We are going to be testing out the winter tires on the F-150, what it comes stock with, and this is a Tremor. It's not just Tremors that can come with these tires. It's a $350 option that I'm wondering, will the $350 tire option to have the all-terrain 3-peak snowflake rated tire worth it? $350, but can I avoid spending $2,000 on winter tires? Plus they look a little more aggressive, so I definitely like the look of it. We've got the weather for it here, folks. Check this out. Snow, snow, snow for the Tremor. So it should be fun, fun, fun. So I'm Johnny from Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. We're gonna go test it down the snowy road and go up the hill that's somewhere back there towards the forest. So do a little forest driving to test this out. Now we have tested out in other videos BF Goodrich KO2s, but these are not the same. So here we've got the Tremor. As mentioned, you can get these tires, not these exact, well, the grabber tires, yeah, you can get them in 18-inch format on the XLT, the STX, the Lariat. So we've got our Tremor here. Just wanted to show you the exhaust sound on idle. So that's a 3.5 liter EcoBoost, tons of torque at low end. That's why I chose it. I like to have a little fun when pressing, feeling the power throughout the entire range. So at 2,000 RPM, you touch it, touch the pedal, the dual turbos, twin turbos come in, kick in, lots of fun. If I'm not mistaken, the two turbos, one is for more low end RPM and then middle to high on the second turbo. I think that's how it runs. Correct me. Let me know in the comment section. Didn't really plan on talking about that, so didn't do the full research. But we are going to be doing our natural real world research on these tires. All I know about these 3.5 EcoBoosts, or one of the things I know, is the port injection and direct injection is great. No longer an issue for carbon buildup. That was Gen 1, the 2011, 2012s. The 5 liter is a fantastic engine, extremely reliable. And yeah, the twin turbo, all I know is one thing is for sure from real world testing is you step on it at low speeds and it takes off. And you have heck, basically just about 100% of your torque at 3,000 RPM and also at 4,000. 5,000 and 6,000 RPM. So tons of fun. That's why I picked it. And I picked these tires hoping to save thousands and have tons of fun. So let's switch it around. We'll drive through the front yard, of course, looking to move out more towards the country. As Marie wanted to be in town here, but we've got the General Grabber. It is unrecommended if you just have 4 seasons, but these are more than just 4 seasons. What you look for on a tire on these 18-inch, what you're gonna look for is you look around for that 3-peak snowflake rating. MS, ooh, usually MS, that's usually a very bad sign. But right beside the MS, we do have, if it was just MS, don't take it out in the snow. Don't take it out on any icy or snowy conditions. But we've got there it is. Lick the thumb, rub the tire. That's what we're looking for, folks. So let's jump in. We'll do a little test in 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive later. Subscribe, turn the bell notifications on. We'll show you how to get the key code because Ford is not giving the cards anymore for the key code. So a lot of people are wondering, how do I get into the vehicle keyless? So stay tuned. Let's go put the pedal to the metal. Now you might be wondering, how does the F-150 Tremor do on snowy roads with the stock tires? Well, they are 3-peak snowflake rated. We did slide out of that driveway when it was icy because, well, when it's icy, that's quite a steep driveway, so we slid right out into the main road. All right, let's start by testing the 2-wheel drive. We'll check out the 2-wheel drive. Give it a little gas here, see how takeoff and turning is. Technology keeps you in a straight line. I have grip, I have movement, I have a bit of slide. So that works fine. Let's do full braking. 25 to 0. That was what, maybe 10, 15 feet. So not a problem there. Now let's take off. Now that I'm inside, I can actually see something. So let's keep it in two-wheel drive as we go up a nice gradient, steep gradient here. A little slide in two-wheel drive. So even with the Grabber General tires, yes, you can save thousands because you can actually drive this thing in two-wheel drive. So let's see right here on the snow, little left, right. So going up icy hill, it wouldn't be quite enough. Now let's turn it in 4 high. Just hit the button by the drive mode dial. Yeah, you see, people are slipping here. This is icy, but now we're in 4-wheel drive. And it just takes off. Let's test on this icy surface. Test the braking. Braking's fine. We're at -9 right now, Celsius. So, gonna go through a bit of deeper snow here. We've got about 6 inches. In and out, easy. Folks, you can definitely drive with these 4, well, they're more than just 3-peak snowflake rated. Big difference, 4 seasons. I'd have trouble driving through this, what, maybe 4 to 6 inches of snow. And underneath the fluffy is ice. We saw that individual slide earlier. So let's take it up here. 40. And full stop, maybe 20 feet, but on ice. So yeah, not the greatest. I've run Nokians. I've run Nokians on the Broncos for 3 years, but while I had Nokians on the Broncos, 2 of them, I also ran actually 3 of them. I also ran BF Goodrich KO2s on the Ford F-150 Lightning, and that thing had a world of, yes, weight, but also a world of torque, 776 pound-feet of torque. And people were saying, oh, that's why the BF Goodrich KO2s were fine in the winter. And I thought they were fine in the winter because they were BF, because we did have the one Badlands Bronco. We didn't switch the winter tires on that. That had BF Goodrich KO2s on a vehicle that is nowhere near as heavy as the Lightning. So I just thought it was the brand. I was like, okay, so the BF Goodrich KO2s are just fantastic. They're incredible. And I hadn't formed an opinion of other much less expensive tires like the General Grabber tires, 3-peak snowflake rated. And as it turns out, you can take on and use these tires. And I like it because it's a good sand tire. It's a good mud tire. It seems to be a very good, if it's going to be like the BF Goodrich KO2, it's going to be an extremely good deep snow tire. And its downside is ice. So if you live in an area where you get, throughout winter, half of winter, let's say, is icy, go with the Nokian. Spend the big bucks, run the 500-600 Canadian or about $400 or $500 US dollars for Nokians. Especially expensive when you go with something oversized, like what's required if you have a Sasquatch Ford Bronco, or other models that have an irregular tire size. So abnormal tire size, you pay more. Irregular tire size, and really you pay a lot more when you go with an oversized tire. So if we're talking 34, 35 inch, 37 inch, or God forbid a 40-inch tire, you're gonna spend a fortune. You can walk away spending about basically $4,000 in tires if you're looking for, a high-end winter-only tire in 40-inch. If they even make it, it's gonna be a fortune. 37s, it's gonna be a fortune. And even in 35s, which the Bronco has kind of made common. Most people buy a Sasquatch Bronco or a Wild Track, and it still costs a fortune. You're looking at a BF Goodrich in the $600 range at a dealer price. So lots of snowy, icy roads that I'm gonna go hit and get back to you. If I'm wrong, stay tuned, because if I'm wrong, I'm not the type that makes a hypothesis and then does everything to prove it right. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know. So demonstration. To the pedal, to the floor, 5,500 RPM, and now braking. Okay, so maybe 75 or 100 feet of, and it would have been total garbage without the ABS braking and the stability control. But with Ford stability control, which is really, you know, what I like to call intelligent 4x4, because it plays around with the percentage of power that it sends to each wheel, well, that makes these tires very livable. I wouldn't have wanted to do that going up a steep hill, icy and in too high only. We had a 2011 Ford F-150 EcoBoost. Didn't get quite as much mileage on it as M Peugeot, as my buddy Mark down in Texas did. Texas, sometimes Florida, who knows where next, but he'll keep us updated. Our good friend M Peugeot. He got, I think, about over 300,000 miles. His EcoBoost is legendary. It's still going. I think he's going to bring that up to 500,000 miles if he doesn't sell it or hasn't sold it before. Now, one thing with being in the 4 high though, kind of annoying. It just went through that corner on what's now, you know, salted asphalt. And I could start to hear the back end not liking the fact that I'm still in 4 high. So I got to put it in 2 high. Now the Broncos, anything that's Sasquatch, you got 4 automatic, 4A, and that's not an issue. Technology deals with when it needs to be in 4-wheel drive or rear wheel drive. But on a Ford F-150, you need to get a Lariat. And on a Ford Ranger, you need to get a Ranger Raptor to have that 4A. So of the Rangers, I love the Raptor, but won't buy one until Ford offers financing at a really nice rate, like 2 or 3%, or if I can get from a bank, maybe in 2 years, maybe I can get 3-4% from the bank or slam it on the house mortgage, then I'll get a Ranger Raptor. But until then, I'm not spending 7% interest just to have a Ranger Raptor. I do want to clarify, because I got it in the comment section, do I like the Raptor? Did I not get it because it's not good? No, I didn't get it because of affordability and uncertain resale at this point. Had I had one of the first ones, yeah, I would have gotten it. But with uncertain resale, I didn't want to run the risk of, running it for 1 year or 14, 15 months and having that cost me, when I traded in, 15, maybe even 20,000, because say that's probably where the depreciation is going to be now that they've been out for 6, 7 months. But I had an original one, month 1 or month 2, I would have jumped all over it. But I didn't get the first Ranger Raptor that the dealership got for 2024. They got 2, and I got the second one. We prioritized customers, so if ever you need assistance, I'm Johnny. You just have to call Valley Street Ford and ask for Johnny, and I will serve you the absolute best I can, answer all your questions for your car purchasing needs. It'll be a pleasure to serve. And stay tuned, turn the bell notifications on. You'll have to subscribe, I believe, first, but turn bell notifications on, because I'm actually going to show you how to get the code from the vehicle. And throughout further testing, if I'm wrong about these general grabbers, I'll come back and say, I was wrong. We need to spend, $2,000 to $3,000 on top quality winter tires. But I think I'm pretty certain I'm right after that testing. The braking, you just have to, if you're the type to drive extremely fast and brake last minute or have people cut you off on snowy, icy roads, go with the Nokian. I definitely noticed a slower brake rate, and that would have been problematic. But when the conditions are like this, other than, quick little test when I see there's nothing in front of me, my full concentration's there, I don't drive quickly. I take in consideration that I may very well need to brake well in advance, so I drive accordingly. And I'm gonna save thousands of dollars. So I hope you save thousands of dollars. Let us know about your tire knowledge, your tire experience, good or bad. You know, if you had an accident because of tires, let us know. But I think a key takeaway is I love these General Grabbers because they come from factory on the Tremor, are only $350 on an XLT, STX XLT or Lariat. And they come with 1432s. So if your brand new one doesn't come with 1432s, it means someone test drove that truck a little too hard and you need to pick another one. So you can always test the tires, have a tire gauge, make sure someone on their previous road test didn't, you know, burn out the tires and leave you with 1032s. But this is much more tread than a standard truck tire. I expect I'll never keep it that long, but when I sell it and it's got, you know, 15, 20,000 kilometers, the tires are still going to look new. And if I were to run this for 3 years and or 5 years, the mileage I put on across the different vehicles for the channel, the Shelby GT350, the 2911 Porsches, it'll take me 5 years to get to 50,000 kilometers or 35,000 miles, but the tires would survive that long. I have a lot of customers that come back and I see the trade-ins with this type of tire, and mostly BF Goodrich KO2s though, and they were lasting between 50 and 60,000 kilometers. So thank you so much for watching. I wish you all more, oh no, still light in the eye. I wish you all more cars and more power, and hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a vehicle real soon, but not if it's snowing and icy out. Take care, folks. I wish you the best.